Welcome everybody back to another Bullcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Kaguya-sama Love is War episode 3. Last episode we had a lot of romantic progression between Shirogane and Kaguya. Really excited to see how that turns out. Really excited to see how it progresses further. A lot of people have said that this show is sort of really different from a lot of romantic anime in that it moves at a way different pace. The actual romantic progression happens throughout the story, so that's really cool to see. It's obviously really funny, but we're excited to see how the story turns out in the future. Gonna get right into this. And yeah, hope you guys like this video. Hope you guys subscribe. Hope you guys check out our other Kaguya reactions. Those have done really well, and we're really happy to see all the support. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. We're gonna get right into it. Kaguya-sama Season 2, Episode 3. Let's go. I'm excited to see the chick with the glasses. I wonder what that's all gonna be about, because she's been like teased throughout the opening and other stuff. Whoa, it just got way brighter.
Oh my god.
Sorry about that. Oh yeah, because he's gonna be the only one left. They're all older than him. Oh, that's sad.
That's really sad.
Is she wearing bunny ears?
I don't know, he was talking about rabbits.
Oh. Okay. It's a Japanese thing.
Nice. Be prepared for this. Completely taken off guard. What is going on? Is he not oh, he's not even thinking about it. So moony over the moon. He doesn't even care about all this bullshit because he loves the moon so much. Oh my god, the sun is blasting in. It's not going how she planned at all. The sun is a little too bright. Oh my god. she jealous or is she... Princess Kaguya. This is a sad episode. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's happening. Whoa.
Whoa.
This is some crazy shit.
It's like, sounds...
Now he realizes. The moon's still split in half. I don't think he lost. I don't think he lost at all. I think that's some bullshit. I think she won. She got all the dumplings. What?
It's over?
Isn't this her last year? Oh yeah.
That was good. Cheater cards.
We just saw this clip on YouTube like a couple days ago. We laughed so hard. Oh, when she rapped.
Oh no.
This is such a sad episode. Oh my god.
I was just thinking that. Was he just holding a roll of toilet paper?
Really?
It's 3 episodes in.
Oh my god. What is gonna happen?
The cake's still in there. Wait. A secret room. And then they just...
What the fuck? That's a rough feeling. The door shut forever.
I think I might actually cry.
みんなお疲れ様。本当にありがとうございました。第67期生徒会全活動終了。
Jesus, man. Kaguya doesn't want to say it.
まあ金でできてますしね。
委員会や生徒会役員には修知院大学への資格取得の補助金などの特典が与えられる。修知院臨海推薦状は選究機関へのプレミアムチケットである。
Holy shit. That's insane power. He should. Yes? Okay, maybe not. He's a stand-up comedian. with the chain. Is she younger?
I think so.
So then he's like 2 years younger than them. I forget how that works. Oh.
Oh no.
First name basis. She's gonna call him Miyuki. She just drops it immediately, doesn't give a fuck, and he doesn't care. Mew senpai. Hussy? Did it say?
Yeah.
Mewkun? It's like a play on his name because it's Miyuki.
Idiot.
Yeah, no shit. Oh, so it's not their last year.
They're just not.
They're in like grade 11.
Oh, okay.
What is this? Is that like squid ink? What the fuck is that?
I think it's supposed to be coffee.
Jesus. So he's not even gonna be... There's no benefit to him doing student council again. He doesn't want the work, I don't think. This is rough. I can't get over this. This is fucking sad, dude. This is really fucking sad. They're only over if you let them be over. I think he knows that too. He's gonna spring something on her. He might actually confess to her. He's in the running again. She loses. Oh my god! That was insane. Oh,
no.
shit.
She's
Now they
gonna-
have something to lose. Oh my god.
They just up the stakes so much.
Jesus, this episode.
That's not even funny. That's not even funny.
I thought that we thought that they were in 12th grade. We thought they were graduating, but it turns out
But
not.
then it seemed really sudden, so it makes sense that they aren't. Cause, yeah.
That would be insane. I can't wait to see if there's a next season or like what happens later. Don't tell us, but like, oh my god, that would be insane. 1 second. Okay, so
Yeah, sorry about the sun.
Sorry
This
about the sun.
entire episode has.
we use that for like our light to make us look nice, but sometimes like the sun just went away and now it's all dark.
Yeah, when
but...
we started, it was like overcast.
It was
and
like
it had
this.
Been, it had been like that the entire day.
Alright, so, man, this episode. Well, first thing was the we should just go through it. We should go
Yeah.
through everything, because we're gonna miss something. So the moon, there's the Tale of Princess Kaguya, which we haven't seen the Ghibli movie yet, but that is like a Japanese folktale. I don't personally know anything about that one. I thought that it was referring to, because the bunny ears.
Yeah.
I think there's another, it's either a Chinese or a Japanese folktale about, and they use, the reason I know this is because it was in Dragon Ball. It's like a bunny who's like an evil guy, and then I think he gets like beat and punched or kicked to the moon or something, and he basically gets his ass kicked so hard that he gets sent to the moon because he's so evil. And then he's there, and he basically makes mochi for the rest of his life. It's like a child's tale, basically, that is common. So I think that's what the bunny ears were referring to, with Chika wearing the bunny ears. But I didn't know about the Tale of Princess Kaguya. That's actually a really beautiful story and really fitting for this, because the way he was talking about it, he was just so transfixed and so like focused, and it was funny that like she is so jealous of his infatuation with the moon.
Okay, I know you haven't seen it, and probably most of the people watching this video haven't seen it, but some of you might. It's The Addams Family, but like the musical, like the Broadway musical. In that, I just couldn't help but get reminded of it. The character Fester, so like the uncle, he falls in love with the moon in that show, and he has like this whole song being in love with the moon, and he's like dancing around with the moon.
This episode was insane.
It was crazy because Kaguya kept me, like, she kept thinking she was, like, gonna take hold of the situation, and he was just one step ahead of her.
The entire time.
But without even really, like, we didn't get to see any of his, like, normally it's a bit more, like, two-sided, where we, like, see her plan, and then we see his plan, but it didn't even seem like he had that much of a plan. He was just, like, naturally being a step ahead of her based on the situation.
We talked last episode about like how the show has organically become like a legit romance, and like how it's progressing way faster than anime normally does in terms of romance. Usually an entire series goes by, hundreds of chapters, and it ends on a kiss or a confession of love or a hand holding or some bullshit. And they tease romantic progression the whole time. This shit's actually moving forward in a serious way. I feel like if it continues, we'll see them continue into like university, or like that'll be the climax, is like what are we gonna do at the end of high school. It's crazy. And so you're talking about how he was one step ahead. It's not even about that anymore.
Yeah, but
like,
I'm saying she still thinks it's about
I don't
that.
think I think they're trying to like, it's this whole thing is this episode is the turning of a page. It's turning a corner into something different. Like she's trying to keep things as they were. She doesn't want things to change. She wants them to keep being this like cat and mouse. Oh, do I like the president? Does he like me? Whatever, this bullshit. She wants to keep messing around because it's really comfortable and safe. And I feel like he's sort of moving towards, can we actually do something? But it's I feel like it's maybe not even him. I think it's just their circumstances are pushing them. It's a coming of age thing. Like they're moving past this point in their life, and they need to like actually do something about their relationships or their dynamic. They're kind of keeping each other at a distance. The world is kind of forcing them together or apart. They need to choose which they want to do. Do they want to be like vulnerable and actually have a close connection, or do they want to like have their pride and go their separate ways because they were too afraid to make a decision? And that's been the story that's been like set up since the beginning. That's the whole conflict of the entire story since episode 1. But now it's becoming way more real because it's not just a joke anymore. They're like actually having to make these decisions about what kind of person, what kind of life do I want to have? What kind of, like, relationships do I want to have? What kind of life do I want to lead? You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy to see that in the show, because I did not expect that at all, going into this whatsoever.
This episode was so crazy that it happened so early in the season.
Oh, yeah.
This seems like the finale episode.
Yeah, they could have done a whole... They could have made this could have been the finale of season 2, and then they set up the tournament arc, which is what's going to happen. That's what's coming next, is this tournament arc of, are we going to be able to get back in the student council? I bet that chick with the glasses maybe is going to be...
Does she even have glasses?
Yeah, she has, like, big, round, circle glasses. That chick or somebody else is going to show up as sort of a rival or some sort of...
yeah, it looks like she wants to run...
Somebody. I don't know about... I'm guessing it's her because she's in the opening, but I don't actually know who is going to be, obviously, because we haven't seen the show or read the manga. Yeah, see?
Oh, but...
And she has the yellow armbands. I don't know...
Oh, those... Both of them.
Both of those girls in the opening. Yeah, it's...
Well, it was this girl the girl with the brown hair and not glasses, who was looking at the poster at the end, I'm pretty sure.
Oh. So maybe she's the chick with the glasses and is the vice president candidate or something. I don't know. Maybe it's not even them. Maybe it's somebody else. Maybe it'll only be like a couple episodes and this show will surprise us, but... or maybe it'll just be one episode and then they're in the student council again and a new thing happens. I honestly don't know. The show's moving so fast, but like it's not rushing. It's taking its time. Like every scene it moves the story forward in a very normal way. I don't feel like I'm being blindsided by a bunch of random shit and like left behind. It's I don't know. They're moving it forward really substantially and really smoothly. There was a huge time skip of months in this episode. It seemed like, right? At least a few weeks.
No, because since the last episode or during this episode?
Well, both.
During this episode, he was talking about how the moon was like a good last crazy thing to do together. Like, remember? He was like the president's like, yeah, and then Ishigami is just like, one last chance to throw caution to the wind.
Yeah. God. That's a crazy feeling.
It was so sad for him.
So sad.
When they were going through all that stuff, and he's like, I wasn't there for that, and I wasn't there for that. Mm-hmm. I was there for that, gets beat up.
And then it's funny because they reused the animation, you're like, oh, okay, it's gonna be funny. But then they cut, and she's like, Goodfellas stomping the shit out of him, like, oh my god. So awesome. That's like I don't know if you guys have ever felt that feeling. I don't know how old everyone is who's watching this, but that's a really rough feeling. We went through that just to share a little bit about ourselves. When we met, we were in a different city, and we used to hang out at my apartment all the time, and it got to the point where it's the end of the school year, summer's coming, I gotta move back home, which is far away, and we gotta like spend some time apart for the time being, and that feeling of like packing everything up, and did we miss anything? Okay, no, that's it. All right. Walk out the door, and then you just turn back and watch it close. And then when it closes, never going back in there again for the rest of my life. I will never re-enter. And now it's different in this because they
can actually go back.
There's a chance they could get back in there.
Or since they go to that school, they could just
go
in there.
But it's not going to be the same. Yeah. And like that feeling of once this door closes, it will never be the same. That's like, they really hit that hard. When Chika looked back at the door as it was closing, I was like, damn. I know exactly what that feels like. And it's a real rough feeling to go through that. And they really nailed it, and it really hit home for me, personally. And I think it did for you, too. Because that's really hard. You're trying not to cry just thinking about it. Oh, I'm sorry, my love. Yeah, this show, it's every episode has surprised us, like,
it's so crazy because the first season, I feel like the first season was so perfect. Like, there wasn't much of this, like, real, like... Progression, but they set it up so much that, like, now everything feels so natural. It doesn't feel forced.
Yeah, they did.
Like
and,
they had enough setup, and like we were just watching clips the other day from the first thing, and it was like showing like when Ishigami was gonna fail and Kaguya was like tutoring him, and then like when the president like literally just couldn't play volleyball and Chika's just like trying to teach him, and it's just like
they've been through so much.
They've been through so much, and you kind of forget about it sometimes because it's only been like 1 season plus 3 episodes.
Yeah.
But you can really get the sense that they like have known each other for a long time and like have spent a lot of time together.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome, and it shows that like, okay, it makes sense that they're actually this good at like subverting your expectations in a way that isn't like cheap. Like it's not they're not doing it just to do it. It's like comedy is like one of the most difficult things to write. Like I studied creative writing for 2 years, and I'm a film student. So like we talk about this a lot in school. Comedy and horror are incredibly difficult to write, and they're really similar because they rely on you giving enough information to set up the audience for a specific punchline, basically. And so it makes sense that the show is so good at that, because the jokes are good, because the writing is good, because they know how to distribute and lay out the information so that things land the way that they want to. So it makes sense that they set up first season where they introduce you to everybody in a way that's not, okay, let's get all this out of the way so that now we can get to the regular story. They take everyone on a ride, and everyone loves it. The first season had some progression, but it wasn't like a serialized format. It was episodic, and each episode had its own gag and everything, and there was some progression. And at the end of the series, or at the end of the season, there was that big leap forward with the fireworks and everything.
And then
they set it up. Yeah, exactly. That's all the setup.
Like,
and then now the punchline is, okay, we set all that up. You know the characters. You know exactly how everything is supposed to work. Now let's change that. And it lands really well, just like every joke that takes 2 seconds to tell in this show. They told basically a joke, a setup and punchline over the course of whatever it is, 15, 16 episodes at this point. And I can tell that that's not over. And I know that they're going to keep subverting and surprising us with new things in really interesting ways, and it's really cool to see, and it's just a testament to how good the show's writing is. I don't care you'd fight me any day of the week. This show, it's one of the most well-written and satisfying stories in anime, at least, that I've ever seen. Like it's great, and I've been watching as long as some people, but I've been watching for like 5 years, keeping up with sort of the way things are, and I've seen a lot of the classics. This is better than most shows I've seen, and I don't have any problem saying that. It's genius level writing. It's great in every way.
I also have to say, like you said, like, satisfying to watch, and I definitely agree, because in a lot of anime, like, and I know that this is just, like, the way, how they drag it out for so long with, like, romantic relationships, and they tease at it for so long, and even though they're kind of doing, like, it's been... it took an entire season for, like, much to happen, but you didn't feel cheated by that, you know? Like, it didn't feel like they were dragging it out just for the sake of dragging it out and dragging people along. There was, like, purpose behind it, and the their characters' own motivations made it make sense for part of the plot. And also, this season 2, the way that it's been structured so far... Like, that first episode was, like, getting right back into it. Like, she's not gonna say anything she's not gonna say anything about the fireworks. He's not gonna say anything about the fireworks. Okay, we're moving on. Okay, we're not quite moving on. There's this whole scene about the moon. There was, like, that weird shot of them all looking like aliens.
Yeah.
And now it's, like, things are ending, and then, like, that was crazy.
Yeah, and it's good because they... Like, again, when you start watching the show, you kind of know that, like, you're going in with your expectation that no romantic progression is going to happen in the first season anyway. So they have that kind of olive branch of, like, people aren't expecting us to, like, finish this romantic arc. Like, let's just establish it and everything. And, I don't know. And the conceit of the show is that they are fighting. And it's a battle, and you don't know which one you want to win, necessarily. You want them both to be together. But, like, the entertainment of the show is this conflict and how it reflects real life and how accurately it portrays real life in this crazy bombastic way. So you kind of give them a pass that there's not romantic progression necessarily as fast as you might prefer maybe or maybe want, because the whole show is that conflict. You want to see the fight. You don't, so I don't know. It's just
now it's like sort of less of that and more them just fighting with themselves, especially Kaguya. Fighting. It's not even her versus him. It's just her versus like in that one shot of like the judges last episode, like the courtroom thing. That's literally that's what it's turned into. It's her versus her pride.
Yeah.
So.
And Shirogane coming in clutch, just like coming in with a sweep. Already has it all laid out. He's already running again.
That was really interesting. Yeah, with the paper. Mm-hmm. He like had that, but he wasn't going to turn it in unless she said something.
Exactly.
And then she did.
Well, that shows like some maturity because like, or I don't know about maturity, because he wasn't doing it to like win, like pull one over on her. And okay, one thing I want to address.
Yeah, he wasn't like, whoa, look at this.
Yeah, now I beat her.
It
was just all according to my plan. Because
yeah.
Here's the thing about this game that I sometimes forget. I don't know if you have like think about this, but like this mental game of like your plan won't work, my plan's gonna work. I don't think they actually, because they aren't sure if the other one likes them, or they like are. That's why they want the other person to confess to them, is because they're afraid of being wrong. Essentially, kind of like, you see what I mean? Like, I don't think that when they're planning these things out, I don't think they consciously know that the other person is like rebuking them or like,
yeah,
it seems like they think about this in this way to try and get the upper hand, but they aren't like, oh, they saw through my trap or whatever. They're more just, I don't know. So I don't know. That's just something I forget. So when he pulls a move like, oh, I already signed up for re-election, then I don't know if he's doing that specifically to like fuck with her or like mess with her plans.
That was interesting because sometimes he is trying to fuck with her. Like the fan thing, he was like, "I'm not gonna fuck with her," and then she was fucking with him.
And then
exactly. So then he was like, "Oh no, she's."
Of course, this means war.
Yeah, like he's gone back, but I honestly think like it felt different with the sign up thing, and like that to me seemed more like he wasn't like, oh look, I've already done it. He was like showing her that he also wanted to be together. Mm-hmm.
But
in a very subtle way.
Yeah.
Like, cause I don't know.
And then when he handed it in, and the person and the teacher was just like, I thought you weren't gonna do student council again. And then he's just like, well, now I have a reason to, or whatever. Like, that was the thing, is he has the recommendation. He can go to any college he wants with that, with the whatever it is, the recommendation. He can grant one student or whatever. He can basically recommend anybody to any college in the world, essentially. He has a kind of power that nobody else has. He does nothing to gain financially or in terms of education by being reelected as student council president. So then he filled it out. He had no intention of turning it back in, and then she was like, I don't want to fucking, like, can we just do this again? Like, I don't want to leave. I don't want to just like be alone again. I was alone for like my entire life, and he knows that, but he needed to know that she felt the same way before he turned it in, because now he has a reason. Like he said, it's great. It's great shit when, because like it's a shonen series of the mind, a shonen battle series of the mind. It's great when it becomes just a literal shonen series, and he's like, now I have a reason to fight or whatever. It's awesome to see, and this show's just awesome. This show's great. It's fucking gonna be a classic for decades to come. I'm calling it right now. This is on the level of any comedy I've ever seen. This is definitely on the level of any like anime I've ever seen as far as like quality of writing and character development. It's really good to see.
It's also really interesting because it has like the same intensity of something where like actual lives are at stake,
Yeah.
but with no one's like, you know what I mean? Like you don't have that added stress while watching it.
Yeah.
That like your favorite character is gonna get like killed off or something.
Mhm.
It's instead it's like it's just different because you want them both to win and that you just want them both to be together and be happy and you want them to like admit that to themselves.
It's really wholesome, and it doesn't like it shows you, and it's a lesson that anime and stories and writers in general, or readers and audiences in general. It's a story that we've been trying to drill into, like, and trying to accept or make known, and it's something everyone says all the time, but it's like you don't need to like have the planet or the galaxy at stake and millions and billions of lives and people to make a story impactful. You don't need these like grand crazy things of like I need to change the world in Death Note. You don't need all this extra shit. The story isn't these crazy stakes, and raising the stakes doesn't make it better. It usually makes it worse. The best kind of story is a story of people interacting with each other, and you know, this is a perfect example of that, like you just said.
Yeah.
You don't need death and destruction and lives lost and an apocalypse to make you care about the people in the story. You just need good people, or not even good people, just well-written people.
Yeah. And what I really appreciate about this is that the cast is small enough that everyone can be fully explored.
Exactly.
Even like the side characters, even that like couple,
They've had a lot of progression.
They've had a lot of progression, just showing up once every like 5 episodes and being there for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, before they were just like random high school guy, random high school girl. Now she's like Kaguya, and he is like, I don't know, cool guy who like bleaches his hair and is like really cool. He wears bracelets or something, or like, and whatever. And
they come to like brag, and then they like show up, and then they like trick them all. They're like, oh.
And you aren't sure whether they had sex or not, or like, whether, because they're like, no, we haven't gone that far, but maybe. And then they're just like, I don't know what that means. They
start by coming to the student council for help, and now they come to the student council just to like mess with them for no reason.
Yeah. I guess that's all we have to say on this. This discussion's getting a little bit long, but goddamn.
22 minutes.
Yeah. 25. Yeah. This show's great. I cannot believe we have like another 9-10 episodes of this.
I know, I feel like it's done.
I feel like we just watched the season finale and we're getting into the next season. It's great to see. We're so excited to see what comes next. We really hope by the way, I just want to say this right now. If you made it to the end of this and you're actually watching the end of our discussion, because not a lot of people do, thank you. It helps us a lot when people like, you know, watch our stuff and get to know us and hear what we have to say. It's awesome to see the progress on these episodes, especially on Kaguya, but on everything. Like, we've got like 500 subscribers, and we started just 2 weeks ago, and it's insane. It's insane to see, and we're so happy that you guys are enjoying the videos and that you guys are sticking around. It's incredible, and we're so glad, and because I don't know, it's a lot of fun, and we've been having a lot of fun. I've tried YouTube. I've been doing YouTube and like random channels and different ideas for the last 10 years of my life, and it's crazy to see something actually working and something that I actually really like and am excited to do, and that people are excited to watch, and that we get to do it together is really fun. We're just really happy that you guys are enjoying this, because we check it every day. We upload every day, and we're watching the analytics. There are sometimes when these videos go up, and we sit here in front of my computer and just watch
for like
the views go up for an hour, possibly 2, and just chill out and watch the analytics and reply to comments. Like every morning, I make my breakfast and my coffee, and I sit in front of my computer and I reply to comments for like an hour before I upload, and it's just been a lot of fun. So thank you guys a lot. And we hope you stick around for future episodes. We're excited to see next week. We're excited to see Gleipnir tomorrow. and record more Naruto and upload that for you guys. We're gonna try and get more of those out. We're gonna try and start another series here soon and try and get that out to you guys. Maybe, I don't know, leave a suggestion of a short, maybe like around 10 to 15 episode series that you would like us to react to, just as a side thing that's not like Naruto or Tower of God or Gleipnir, like something a little more different. Anything, whatever, just short. But we're loving the support. We hope you guys check out our other stuff, and stay tuned for next week of Kaguya-sama Love is War. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.